This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You good down there, Tori?
I don't know
I'm
what's
fine.
happening. Stuff's falling.
Okay, I moved and I made a noise.
You've been here all morning.
I made a noise.
All day.
I moved my chair in because we switched seats. I made a noise. There's another.
We are like just that family.
Yeah.
I can't be serious around
It's so much is. It's so crazy. All right, welcome to DBL. Do you believe in signs from those who have passed on? So Suzanne Summers' widower, Alan Hamill, says odd things have been happening around his house since her passing in October. Alan told Page Six a hummingbird flew into the house and landed on top of a photo of them together. Aww. Very odd. Yeah. After that, the fireplace started by itself and some music came on by Suzanne's favorite composer. Wow, that's weird. He also feels her presence when lying in bed. Alan isn't alone. A recent survey said more than half of U.S. adults say they have been visited by a deceased family member in some dream or some other form. Now, I'm a believer in stuff like this. I know you are, Erica, as well. What do you make of all this? Because I know we have a contrarian on the panel.
Yeah, no, I do. I believe in this wholeheartedly. When my cousin, unfortunately, passed from COVID, the morning that happened, I was walking down my hallway. I had just meditated, and her picture fell off the wall. So I called my mother, and she was like, "I'll let her mom know," because apparently when the pictures fall,
They're visiting.
Right.
I agree with that.
And then when I was saying when I was in Hawaii past week, I got visited almost every night by my grandmother, my grandfather. Now, Big Mama came to me. This was interesting. Y'all can read into this with my Beyonce Renaissance hoodie on.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
She's ready for your rebirth. What does Renaissance mean? Rebirth.
Yes.
She's ready for the rebirth. Even if that means resting or relaxing, it doesn't mean working. She's there for your rebirth. I completely agree with this. And Hawaii is a spiritual place.
Yes,
You
very.
felt that energy because it's easier for their energy to come through in places like Hawaii. That's what's beautiful about that.
Were you wearing a tiki necklace like Greg Brady?
I was not. I was not.
The Brady Brother.
Apparently, the afterlife is also about brand management. I want everybody to feel better, and I do believe that there is an energy that after we leave this body, I don't think it goes away. I think it goes somewhere.
You think there's an
Do I
afterlife?
think it's necessarily hanging around your crib? No.
But can I ask you?
Because the whole world is there. Like, why would I want to hang out in your apartment and check on Tori? She's fine. Let's go see the whole universe.
The whole world? Let me ask you this, because I sometimes thought about this, but I have a guardian angel named Peggy. She died of cancer, and I always talk to Peggy. And one time I was on the beach.
Did you know Peggy in the real world?
Yes, she was a director, a theater director.
Okay.
We weren't related, but we shared the same kind of weirdness, quirkiness, right? And I talked to her, and I said, Peggy, just give me a sign, just a sign, something. And on the beach, written in sand, was the name Peggy. I'll never forget it in my whole life. Every time I bring up Peggy, the word is there within the hour. Someone's name is Peggy, I see the license plate Peggy, and whether or not I'm looking for it because of a bias, which is clearly a social scientist would say, well, you're looking for a pink elephant, so you're gonna see more of the, or red cars, you're gonna see more red cars. But it helps. It helps. It helps
And
because
that's why I'm for it.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if it isn't real. It's real to me. If I get a dream, it's a visitation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I take that seriously because in my mind, it's not easy to break that barrier of that energy from up there to down here, and it's there to say, I'm with you. I'm watching.
Yeah, I don't push religion or anything on anybody, right? But me and my wife do have conversations here and there, and we believe in the same thing, luckily. But it's like, who are you hurting?
That's right.
By believing in something.
That's right.
If I didn't think there was a God, or I believe my ancestors are looking down on me, my grandmothers, things like that, and I believe they're helping me with my career.
Right.
If I didn't believe that, I would be a much worse person. If I knew that when it was pitch dark and nobody was watching, that my decisions were evil and I could do whatever I want without repercussion, I'd be a much, much different person.
Yeah.
So what is the harm if I'm not pushing it on to anybody to say, hey, God is helping me, or my my grandmothers are helping me or somebody's helping me up there, and I'm going to mind what I do in the darkest corners of my life because I know people are watching, and I'm going to do the right thing in those situations.
I think you're talking about accountability, but it also goes to the idea of like when someone says, am I a narcissist? Like a narcissist would never ask if they're a narcissist.
Right.
When you are saying that you believe in God or you believe in like ancestral intervention and things like that, what you're saying is you believe in something greater than yourself. And what happens when people don't believe in something greater than themselves is they put themselves at that same level of what some would consider higher power or spirit, and that's when I think people kind of go awry. The idea that you can do whatever you want in the darkness of night and nothing would ever happen.
I will say the only caveat to that is like in terms of believing in something bigger than yourself. We could be talking about God or spirituality, but I look at myself more in terms of humanity, and that like I look at my kids and the kids coming up, 15-year-olds, and you're like, how are you talking? How are you? And they're already better than us, and I take pride in that. And so I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, almost like a brick is a part of a temple where you're just kind of pushing the next generation up. So I think the way I look at it is more like the next generation is bigger than me, so we're just trying to get them set up.
That's so interesting because in Christianity, they believe in doing well so that you are blessed in the afterlife. And in Judaism, it's very clear that they say, stick with what you're doing in this life so that you do good for yourself in this life, because we don't always believe in the afterlife. So it's just an interesting take.
Yeah, to each their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, whatever works for you.
As long as it makes you better, I'm here for it.
Totally agree.
Speaking of godlike creatures, celebrities are putting their homes on the market. Emma Stone could be up for another Oscar this year, but first, she's listing her LA home for nearly $4 million. That is a cute little point home.
Little
the
bungalow.
4-bedroom, 4-bathroom Spanish-style home is full of bright, sunny touches. It has a kitchen filled with natural light with a dining room table for 6. Is she paying us for this?
Yeah, what's happening?
And in the bathroom, a classic clawfoot bathtub. Where's that? I want to see what a clawfoot bath. Oh, we missed it?
Yeah, you went by quickly.
Yeah.
Very modest, huh?
This is why I could never live in LA.
Why? Too small?
That's super cute.
$4 million.
$4 million is not cute.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
what is that? I should have like spaceships for $4 million.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm
with you.
$4 million is not that much in real estate, is it?
Wow.
I should have.
I'm saying in LA.
$4 million.
Spaceships?
Oh, must be nice to grow up in DC in a spaceship.
I don't have a spaceship.
Tori.
Where's the pool? Is there a pool? There better be a pool.
There's no pool. There's the clawfoot.
There's no pool?
No.
Oh, there's the
Excuse me?
clawfoot.
It's location.
That's your primary bedroom?
That's LA.
It's
People
Westwood,
are out of their mind.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta be to pay $4 million.
You're paying for the
location.
the temperature as well. Yeah.
You can find good chimps anywhere, let me tell you.
All right, let's go to the
$4
other
million.
coast. Alec Baldwin is also listing his home in the Hamptons, where Tori frequents visit.
I've never been to the Hamptons.
You haven't?
No, Montauk, yes, but I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
This estate is being listed for $19 million.
Yeah, it's his big house.
But that's apparently down $10 million from last year. Wow. The house sits on 5 acres of farmland and was built in the 1700s.
Not good enough for Erica.
Ooh, speaking of spirits, 1700s. The cozy interior includes 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and guess what? There's also a pool, Erica.
Okay.
Media room, and there's also a sauna for Big Jeff.
Big old Jeff.
Alec hasn't said why he's listing the home, but did a video talking about what the house has meant to him. Let's hear all about it.
You just can't get this out here anymore. You can't buy big pieces of land, especially in Amagansett, that I know of. And I've always loved it here. It's a very, very low-density area, and I love coming here. I'm always happiest when I come here, especially this time of year. I love it in the wintertime because it's so peaceful and it's so beautiful.
Did we just turn into PBS?
That was psychotic.
Maybe.
That was like real quick. I follow Hilaria Baldwin because I like to make fun of her on Reddit, just so you guys know. And they say
That's his wife.
Yeah, his wife, who pretends to be Spanish when she's not. And they need money really, really badly. And no one wants to buy it, which is the $10 million cut because of what he did on Rust and her actions. And their personalities have dropped $10 million in the house.
That's not it.
Wow. I don't know if that's fair either.
It's the interest rates, because if somebody has $19 million cash, they are going for that fire sale. That is the best deal in real estate right now.
But why did it drop?
because of the interest rates.
But
not
10
because
million?
people don't like him.
I'm telling you, they put
You think people?
Yes, they do. They don't want that house because of him. I'm telling
Nobody
you.
would own anything if that was the case.
People are not buying that house.
People live where John Wayne Gacy lived. It's not about what your beliefs are. It's about money.
Okay,
It's about
y'all believe that.
Absolutely. I would buy that.
Okay,
Coming up on DBL, Sofia Vergara, huh? If you clip that the right way, you can make Tori look bad. Sofia Vergara is opening up about her divorce while sharing what it was like dating guys in New York City. And our interview with Mary Lou Henner, she's telling us about her one-woman show in Vegas.
Tori has a lot of feelings in real estate.
So I could have bought Donald Trump's $1 million mansion for $1, and I was like, no, sir.
Yeah.
I will not buy this home.
It doesn't work like that.
The only people who are buying real estate at that price point at this point are people who can do all cash deals because the interest rates are so high that's why you're seeing things, especially over like the $2 million mark, sit on the market forever, and then you don't see as much inventory. So at this point, this is like where people can change their entire projection of their financial status because they're able to take money that they already have, reinvested in the market.
No, I think it's Hilaria Baldwin. Instagram reels
way off.
that have thrown off the real estate market.
You guys are way off. Way
You
off.
can get
It's
Oprah's
because they
house
don't
for
want the spirit.
$500,000. I didn't like her last season.
It's the rust killer. No, it's definitely because of Hilaria and Alex's behavior on the rust set that is stopping. No, but he is really annoying on social media and doesn't have a lot of love, but it has nothing to do with real estate. Oh, he's so annoying. He's so annoying.
Is he really?
He could be annoying as all junk.
Yes, we're clear.
But I would take the deal if I had that type of money.
Do you think it's a big drop for even the interest rate, a $10 million drop?
No, everything, because if
You mean
you
beforehand, you mean?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
inflated,
Overblown
but,
before?
Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I think we've seen some pretty significant drops because a lot of people do have to have fire sales. People who have like multiple homes.
Well, they need money from lawyers and things,
Yeah.
they said. They also said they have a house in Vermont where they run away from the press and occasionally...
You run from your farm home in the Hamptons
to the Vermont, and she will come out and be like this, I told you, please don't bother the children. She was born in Boston, okay? Her name is Hillary. Hillary is her name, okay?
Welcome back to DBL. Newly single Sofia Vergara, she's single, is looking to mingle in the Big Apple. She told Jimmy Fallon why she wants to spend more time in NYC. Let's watch.
I think that you have more options with men also.
I think so.
I'm single now.
That's right, you're single.
So in New York, there's more people. There's not only like actors or, or directors. I think there's like a bigger, I'm going to spend more time in New York.
Really? So people just interested in just stuff that they're interested in, yeah. And also, there's great food here in New York, too.
There's great food for when you go out in dates. It's better, yes.
Yeah.
I'm moving to New York. Speaking of dating, some people are ditching the dating apps and turning to LinkedIn to find love. So more and more singles are using the professional networking site to find a date. In fact, more than 60% of single millennials say they found a date on LinkedIn.
Bad idea.
Interesting.
Well, you know
Bad idea?
You know their income.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. You can see what they're making. You know what job they're at.
But
you
you
can
don't
go
know
on
what they're
Glassdoor.
spending, so they
True.
could
I'm just
be
saying, if you're
under-
looking for someone that makes a certain amount of money, you can certainly look on LinkedIn.
What if you're looking to be hired as a professional and not be looked at as a thirst trap
You have to put
everywhere
your
you
annual
go?
income on LinkedIn?
Maybe the salary, but I don't. I just think professionally, shouldn't there be one place there's some sanctity? And this is everywhere else.
I do agree.
Slide into the DMs, but LinkedIn, I thought.
Let it be.
Yeah.
You feel
Here's the thing. There's a part of this that I do like, and maybe it's a jump off for the next great dating app, is people are thinking more along the lines of where their professional careers are taking them in life, and the idea of partnership, which people have always romanticized these ideas. So if people are looking on LinkedIn to see someone who's compatible with them professionally, this could be where dating is going. I just don't think that LinkedIn has the infrastructure to properly set that up right now.
I agree with you. LinkedIn isn't sexy to me. It's not romantic. I think they should do things like Zillow. Open up the comments to Zillow.
Why?
Because I think a lot of people would talk about.
And nobody owns a house anymore.
Yeah, look,
I think it'd be an interesting. Wouldn't you like messaging on?
Erica,
That's even a worse idea than the Alec Baldwin theory.
to just put a fine point on this, I will say that yes, lining up your professions is an ideal way to maybe find a partner. But I think there's something about old school, about finding somebody that's not in your direct line of like, this is the rigid way I want to go about it. I think just running into somebody.
Who runs into people anymore, though?
I think it does happen.
Nobody does
There's
that.
no in the wild anymore.
Right.
But I do have a theory about what you're saying.
Yeah, so
Just get yourself a handyman. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm winking. We'll be right back.
I'm telling you.
Frigid winter temperatures are here, and with record high energy prices, you might think twice before cranking up the heat. So we looked into some common questions about whether things people do to stay warm are really a hot idea. First up, does turning your thermostat way up heat your home faster? Our sources are the U.S. Department of Energy, the Environmental Protection Agency, Black Hills Energy, and HVAC maker Glen Dimplex. Furnaces have just two settings, on and off. They rely on a thermostat to know how long to stay on. Cranking the temperature up from 60 to 70 will only make your furnace run longer, but it won't heat your home any faster because it only has one setting, on, whether it's trying to increase the temperature 1 degree or 10 degrees. So no, turning the thermostat way up won't heat your home any faster. Next up, can window treatments help save you money? The Energy Department estimates in an average home, 1/3 of heat is lost through the windows. You can prevent some of that from happening by keeping the drapes or shades closed at night because they act as an extra layer of insulation between your home and the windows. This helps keep up to 10% more heat inside your home, which can lower your energy bill. So, yes, window treatments can help save you money. Finally, ceiling fans are a great way to stay cool, but can they also help keep your home warm? In the summer, you should set your fans to rotate counterclockwise to blow air down. This helps sweat evaporate and makes you feel cooler. In the winter, the Energy Department recommends reversing your fan so it spins clockwise and then using the lowest setting. This pulls up the cool air and displaces warm air that's near the ceiling. So, yes, ceiling fans can help keep your home warm. We featured even more answers to questions about staying warm this winter on verifythis.com. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. She is a part of our DBL family and an icon for her role in Taxi. Earlier, we spoke with Mary Lou Henner about the Emmys, her Las Vegas show, and her philosophy on the new year. Check it out.
Mary Lou Henner, welcome back.
Yes.
Yay, guys, I missed you all so much. Oh my gosh,
miss you.
Down all the time. I have your blanket, all the
Good.
full service.
Yes. I love it. All right, Mary Lou. So last night there were a ton of mini reunions at the Emmys, including your old co-star, Danny DeVito, who was there with the Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast. And during his appearance, he actually gave a shout out to Taxi's award success. So what did you think of that particular moment?
I thought, where were we? Why weren't we on the know. Of course, we have this big text thing that we do, a text chain. So, of course, everybody, first thing, 6 o'clock this morning, why weren't we on? Blah, blah, blah. You know, but it was great that he gave us that shout out. They used a picture from our 5th season because Carol was in it and everything else. And, you know, I mean, we see each other all the time. We've done 19 Zooms since the pandemic started. And we've all spent so much time. I just spent 2 months in New York doing a play. They all came to see my show. We all Danny's show. They all came to my show when I did it in Los Angeles last. So we're very, very current with each other. And we did a big reunion on the View as well. So maybe they wanted to. That's true friends.
You're right. I would have loved to see you last night, like the setting and the taxi in the office. It would have been great. It would have been very nostalgic. I know my parents.
we all still look so good.
Yeah,
So,
you guys look great.
Yep.
So Mary Lou, switching gears here, we hear that you decided to work on a different body part every single year. What are you working on in 2024?
Okay, so I think, because I write books and stuff like that and teach classes, I've taught classes for years, I'm always talking to people about, don't do those New Year's resolutions that you're not going to really stick to. So I always say, pick a body part and think of it that year and constantly be aware of it. Like, so this year, it's the year of the arms again, because I kind of rotate butt, legs, stomach, blah, blah, blah. So this is the year of the arms. So when I walk, I really walk, I swing my arms. I've got these stretchy bands that I keep in my bathroom, so I use them all the time, every time I'm in there. And, just constantly, like, free weights mimic what we do in life. So if you pick up your kids, really pick up your kids, pick up those groceries, just be conscious of your core and use those arms as much as possible. And by summer, by spring, you're going to be wearing sleeveless.
Let's get into your upcoming Las Vegas show weekend. You're taking Music and Memories to Sin City. So what can audiences expect from this rendition?
Well, they're going to sort of take a musical journey through my life and a lot of funny things that have happened to me. Plus, I have a fishbowl in the audience or in the lobby, and people can put a date in. And at different times during the show, I'll pull out the date and tell them what day of the week it was, what I was doing, what song was popular, and I'll sing a couple bars of the song. So it's kind of like my Oprah moment. And I do a whole tribute to Taxi and show a montage of that. I talk about Dancing with the Stars and do a montage of all the wounds that I had and all the taped ribs and everything else. I do something about my kids, do something about my memory. And, but I sing some standards as well. But everything's kind of connected to some kind of special story. So I love doing it. And I've never had a bad time in Vegas. I was there years ago doing Chicago, and my kids were little at the time, and they had a blast. So I've shot movies in Vegas. I've always had a great time.
Now, it's not just you that is a star in the family, because, your whole family, your sons, Nick and Joe, are up to some pretty amazing things. How about you tell us what these two young men are doing?
Okay, since I saw you guys last, well, Nick, he won an award at Sundance last year. They called him an actor's director. He's responsible for co-writing, co-directing, co-editing the movie Theater Camp.
Which is a blast.
It is so much fun. He's done so well from it. I can't tell you, he never had an agent or a manager, and all of a sudden people wanted him. He's involved in 4 projects already. So he is well on his way. And Joey is still once in a while playing bridge with women that pay him money to play with them. So he wrote a script called Bridge Gigolo, which has a lot of traction.
That's amazing.
But Joey, you got to hear this story. This is so crazy. So 2 years ago for the Olympics, he did these videos. Maybe I'm not supposed to tell the story, but they're already used to their mother embarrassing herself. So he did these videos, and he got a cease and desist saying, you can't use our logo or our footage. But then this year, they wanted somebody who did videos like that, so they hired him.
Wow.
They hired Joey. So he's working for NBC for the Olympics, which is such a perfect thing for him because he's funny, he loves sports, and he's very mathy.
DBL Nation, if you want to see Mary Lou's Music and Memories in Vegas on January 20th, tickets are available at thesmithcenter.com. Again, so great seeing you. Bye, Mary Lou.
I love you all so much. You might love Bert and Chris and everybody. Okay.
We'll come back soon.
Bye.
Many cities across the U.S. are struggling with the recent influx of migrants crossing over the southern border. Some government leaders have said their cities and states are at capacity and cannot house or support any more people. A post on X, viewed more than 32 million times, says 6 months ago, Massachusetts began to ask residents to host migrants in their homes and properties. Soon, it will be mandatory. Verify reader David sent us the post and asked us to fact check it. So let's verify using these sources. The viral tweet included a clip from an August 2023 press conference where Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll addressed a state of emergency declared because of the large influx of migrants entering her state.
If you have an extra room or suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Safe housing and shelter is our most pressing need.
That state of emergency remains in effect. However, Driscoll was just encouraging residents to help. The state's governor, Maura Healey, never issued an executive order requiring private citizens to house migrants. We also checked the official Massachusetts legislative database and found there is no requirement or proposed bill that would make this mandatory. So we can verify, Massachusetts is not proposing a requirement that residents host migrants in their homes. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
Driving in snow or ice is something Texans don't have to do a lot.
We see multiple crashes when just a little bit of ice, it gets just below freezing, a little bit of precipitation hits the roadway, it gets pretty bad around here.
That's why 6 News viewer Dawn Venata reached out, asking about ways to make your trip safer with the feature Lane Assist. So let's verify, should you turn your lane assist on or off in icy road conditions? Our source is Sergeant Brian Washko with the Texas Department of Public Safety. Washko says Lane Assist is a safety feature that makes driving easier for someone behind the wheel.
If you start drifting over the left or the right side, it's going to set an alarm.
It can be a great feature at times, but in icy conditions, it won't properly operate.
If there's any kind of snow, any oil debris, any kind of ice that's covering the lanes, or even if the lanes are not clearly marked, if the paint is older, it's not going to detect that.
It also activates at speeds too high for the ice.
It is activated at 37 miles an hour, and depending on the severity of the roads, what they look like at 37 miles an hour, that's going to be too fast for the icy conditions.
Instead, Washko says it's best to turn the feature off.
Put 100% of your focus onto the driving. Don't rely on any safety features. Just use your eyes and ears and make sure you slow down.
So we can verify you should not use your lane assist or rely on any function in icy road conditions.
The number one safety feature is going to be the driver behind the wheel. When you get complacent and rely on those things, it can get you in a bad spot, and especially in the bad weather.
With your Verify, I'm Sydney Deshawn.
Welcome back. The country is seeing record cold all over the place. When I say country, doesn't that insinuate all over the place? Which can really destroy a house if your pipes freeze. Do you guys do anything at your house when it's freezing temperatures? We just had below zero temperatures here in Denver, and you have to take some precautions.
I absolutely do. You know, you're supposed to turn on, and this is what I do. Actually, made a little TikTok, but you turn on the faucets.
You are on TikTok, huh?
Yeah, so you turn on the faucets, you open up any place where there are pipes that are kind of close to the wall, close to outside, you know, under the sink, something like that in your laundry room. You crack the door a little bit so they can get some heat. And if you have any outside exposed pipes, take a garbage bag, wrap it around, put some duct tape around there, and just make sure that pipe doesn't freeze outside.
What is happening? This
like a TikTok plumber.
was sponsored by Jacuzzi. If you want to start your bathroom remodel, Jacuzzi can help you do it the right way. Jacuzzi offers an unmatched, stress-free remodeling process. Call 800-990-3709 or visit jacuzzibathremodel.com. Or you can check out Al Jackson's TikTok.
Yes.
Apparently, he's got home improvement tips on there.
There's just that one. Then after that, probably goes back 2 years.
You got to start somewhere. We'll see you tomorrow.
2 years.